Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks Revisionist History. Today we will be playing the 1998 All-Star Game, which will be taking place at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. We'll also take a look at the Home Run Derby, which is a read-only file, but we'll find out who the participants are and who won the Derby, and then we'll get started with the All-Star Game. Now, you already know who the starting pitchers are because you see the title card. I don't know who that is yet because we haven't actually seen the results of the players who were chosen for the All-Star Game. We're not going to know that until we actually begin the gameplay. So you're ahead of me as of right now. Before we do the Home Run Derby, I want to give you a little bit of a rundown of the actual 1998 All-Star Game. The 1998 All-Star Game, as I mentioned, was played at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It was the 69th All-Star Game. Nice. Faith Hill sang the national anthem, and Gloria Rubin sang the Canadian national anthem. Bob Costas and Joe Morgan called the game. Of course, every All-Star Game is managed by the managers from the previous World Series. So the 97 World Series was Cleveland versus Florida. So that's Mike Hargrove for the Indians and Jim Leland for the Florida Marlins. The actual game was won by the American League 13-8 at the time. That was the highest scoring All-Star Game. The starting pitchers for both squads was David Wells for the Yankees for the American League, and for the National League was Greg Maddux of the Braves. In this game, there was 14 future Hall of Famers. Of note, it was Derek Jeter's first All-Star Game, as well as future Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman. That was his first All-Star Game. The Diamondbacks representative for the game was Devon White. Of course, we've traded him in this sim, but he was the only representative for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and as you know, I'm a Tigers fan. They only had one representative. That was Damian Easley. This was the worst period that I can remember in my lifetime for the Tigers. Damian Easley was the one representative. Interestingly enough, Jeff Shaw was named to the National League team. He played for the Cincinnati Reds up to July 4th, and then 3 days later he was traded to the Dodgers. So the Reds did not have a representative until they nominated Brett Boone to be their one representative just a couple of days before the game. Barry Bonds, A-Rod, and Roberto Alomar all hit home runs, and Alomar was named the MVP. So there you have it. There's a little bit of background on the 1998 All-Star Game. Let's take a look here at the Home Run Derby. The way we do this is we just advance a day, and it will total the Home Run Derby stats, and we'll take a look at it here. It might just take a second. The Home Run Derby in real life was won by Ken Griffey Jr. over Jim Thome. Pulling it up right now, the results for this one. Ken Griffey Jr. Was not even a participant until that day of the Home Run Derby. During batting practice, he got booed, and that instigated him into including himself in the Home Run Derby. All right, what's taking so long with this file? Is it just not left click? Yeah, we did it. It should be popping up. Not sure why that's not working. Maybe we just have to come back and look at that after the All-Star Game. That's weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the All-Star Game. May as well go ahead and get started with that. We're going to play in play-by-play mode. And then it should ask us if we want to be the American League or National League. We are going to be the National League, and they do have it in Colorado, so that's good. This is the first time we've actually played as a National League team in the Home Run Derby, and we usually do the Home Run Derby live. If you want to see the other, the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Game is what I meant to say. If you want to see our previous All-Star games for all of our Detroit Tigers sims and our Seattle Pilots sims, you could just go to our main page and search for All-Star Game, and they'll all pop up. It looks like Ted Lilly, the rookie pitcher for Montreal, has been slated as the starter, so we're going to go ahead and go with that. We typically go with whatever the lineups are, and you'll see the rest of our pitching staff. Unfortunately, it appears there's a lot of tired pitchers, and that's going to make it very difficult for us to put together, a rested lineup to pitch here. So we have Todd Stottlemyre. I actually have no idea what team is he on. Let's take a look. He is on the Cardinals, 11-3. We have Greg Maddux, of course, on the Braves, 9-5. Kevin Tapani, 7-2. Pete Harnish, 6-4. Alex Fernandez, 8-7. Hideo Nomo, 7-5. Jason Schmidt, 11-5. Then we got Matt Clement, I believe, from the Cubbies. Couple of relievers, one being Billy Wagner with 23 saves. Antonio Osuna has 23 saves. Well, Oral Hershiser elected, but he's injured, so he will not be available. And Andy Benes did make it. So we assumed Benes would make it, as well as Pudge and Matt Williams. I don't know if Bobby Higginson made it or not, but we'll find out. And then Carl Pavano, Andy Ashby, Chris Benson. Wait, why does it say AAA? That's weird. And then John Smoltz. So if it doesn't show them being tired or injured, they're available for the All-Star game. If we have to, we'll go with a tired guy, but I hope we don't have to. We will go with Ted Lilly. Take a look at him for the Montreal Expos. He's a rookie with a 2.26 ERA and 131 strikeouts. Okay, moving on to our lineup. We'll go with whatever lineup they provided. The pitcher for the American League, I'm sure you already know, is Roger Clemens. He's a right-hander. And you'll see our lineup here. Matt Williams did make it, and so did Pudge Rodriguez, so that's good news. Bobby Higginson is not on the roster. So that's too bad for Bobby. He's in the top 10 in batting average. So it's Barry Larkin, Ryan Klesko, Vladdy Daddy, Jeff Bagwell. There's Matt Williams and Pudge. Billy McMILLon. What team is he representing? We'll find out. Fernando VINA. And on the bench we have Javi Lopez and Sandy Martinez as backup catchers. Jason Bates, Nefi Perez leading the National League of batting average with a .390 batting average. Barry Bonds, don't you feel like we got to get Barry Bonds into the starting lineup? I guess we could manipulate this if we want. Bonds should be in there instead of Ryan Klesko. So we're going to swap them out. Does anybody else? I mean, Nefi Perez, shortstop. Kind of feel like he deserves it over Barry Larkin based on his first half performance, but we'll make sure he gets into the game. Who do we want to bat second? I guess, well, we have Pudge batting second on our team, so why don't we move Pudge to the number 2 spot. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. And then we have Bonds, Vladdy Daddy, Bagwell, and then, yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good, right? Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the American League. Batting leadoff at second base, representing the Yankees, is Chuck Knobloch. Batting second in center field, representing the Indians, is Kenny Lofton. Batting third at shortstop, representing the Mariners, is A-Rod. Batting cleanup, representing the Detroit Tigers, is Tony Clark at first base. Oh, no. They have him in left field. What? Not even a left fielder. Okay. Batting fifth, representing the Mariners, In right field is Ken Griffey Jr., should be in center. Batting fifth and catching for the Indians is Chris Hoiles. Batting seventh at first base, representing the Rangers, is Will Clark. Batting eighth at third base, representing the Indians, is Travis Fryman. And the pitcher spot is the Yankees' Roger Clemens. I think he's on the Yankees, isn't he? No, he's on the Blue Jays. My bad. Okay, we'll take a closer look here at Ted Lilly. He's made 18 starts, 13-2, with a 2.26 ERA, 131 strikeouts, and 127 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .205 against him. This really was his 1998 Bowman card, represented on the Dodgers. I'm not sure how he got to Montreal, but he was a Montreal Expo. There's his All-Star. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Ground ball percentage is 52.2%. The fastball is his best pitch, rated in 92, and a changeup rated in 84. Overall rated in 86, a 22-year-old left-hander. Is arbitration eligible after the 2000 season. Okay, let's take a look at our defense. Yeah, this is kind of jacked up, right? In center field for us today is Billy McMILLON. Poorly rated defensively with a 66. We have Bonds in left, Guerrero in right, going around the bases here. Bagwell at first. We've got VINA at second, Larkin at short, and third base is Matt Williams. Behind home plate is Pudge. Okay, let's go ahead and get the All-Star game kicked off with Chuck Knobloch leading it off against Ted Lilly. That's a ground ball to short. Play made by Barry Larkin. One down. Next man up is Kenny Lofton. He is leading the American League in stolen bases with 46. There's a ground ball to Williams. Williams' defensive rating is 89. It's been 90 up until now. That's interesting. Two quick outs for Lilly. And A-Rod, with 12 home runs only, hits a fly ball to center field. And a 1-2-3 inning. For Ted Lilly, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the official lineup for the NL. Batting leadoff, representing the Braves, is the shortstop, Barry Larkin. Batting second, representing your Arizona Diamondbacks, is the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Batting third, representing the Giants, is Barry Bonds. Batting cleanup, representing the Expos, is the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting fifth, representing the Houston Astros, is Jeff Bagwell at first. Batting sixth at third base is Matt Williams, representing the Diamondbacks. Batting seventh in center field, representing the Philadelphia Phillies, is Billy McMILLON. Batting eighth at second base, representing the Milwaukee Brewers, is Fernando VINA. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Ted Lilly. Okay, let's take a look here at Roger Clemens of the Blue Jays. He's made 15 starts, and he's 6-8 with a 3.16 ERA. How does he get? I mean, he must. Maybe it's because he's not tired. That's what I'm going to assume. That's how we got the start today. 104 strikeouts with 108.1 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .231 against him. Fastball topping out at 95 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage at 36.3%. The fastball is his best pitch, rated a 94. He's got a forkball, he's got a curveball, they're all great. Overall rated a 91, the 35-year-old righty is a free agent after the 2001 season. Let's take a look at this defensive lineup for the American League. Now, like I mentioned, Clark in left field, that doesn't make any sense at all. Center field is McMILLON. Right field is Guerrero. Go around the infield here. First base is Bagwell. I'm sorry, why am I doing this? This is wrong. This is the American League defense. We got Griffey Jr. in right. We got Clark in left. Center field is Kenny Lofton. Going around the horn here. At third base is Travis Fryman. Shortstop is A-Rod. At second base is Chuck Knobloch. First base is Tony Clark. So Will Clark is in left field, so they switched up defensively. Oh, there's two Clarks. Okay, this is why I'm getting so confused. So that's Will Clark at first base, and Tony Clark is in left field. Okay, behind home plate is Chris Hoiles with a 77 defensive rating. He's got a terrible arm. We could run on him today if we get some opportunities. All right, here we go. Barry Larkin leading it off against Roger Clemens. Larkin popping it up. Looks like Knobloch will make the catch in shallow right field. And he drops it! Oh, no! Now, we know Chuck Knobloch had a little bit of a problem throwing to first base in his career. But I don't remember him dropping any pop flies. So we've got an opportunity. How many stolen bases does Larkin have? He's got 14. I don't want to take the bat out of Pudge's hands, but we will we'll give him the green light. Pudge batting .305 versus righties. Full count, and he pulls it into left. Maybe extra bases. Larkin will score from first. An unearned run off of Clemens and give Pudge a double. So he continues to just absolutely crush it. He's fourth in the National League in batting average with that .335. All right, here's Barry Bonds. I'm glad he made the All-Star team. He's only got 19 home runs. This was right before Bonds actually started using roids, right? Because McGuire and Sosa, broke the record that year. And Vladdy Daddy will fly out to center field. Pudge is going to tag and go to third on his own. And that'll leave it up to Jeff Bagwell to drive in Rodriguez. Bagwell batting .311. 15 home runs. There's still 23 batters in the National League in our sim that are batting over 300. Only 12 left in the American League. Okay, we score thanks to the error by Knobloch. It's 1-0. We go to the top of the second. I think we're going to keep Lilly to no more than 3 innings. Here's Tony Clark representing the Tigers. My Tigers, 22 home runs. And Lilly will walk him. Runner on first for Griffey. As I mentioned, Griffey won the home run derby in real life. Striking out, the old poo-poo platter in the All-Star game. Walk-strikeout combo. That happens way too much in this game. Chris Hoiles traded over from Baltimore to the Indians. Flies out to right center. Seemed to be a good move for him as he's elected to the All-Star game. And then Will Clark with a runner on first. We'll pop it up. So Lilly gives up the leadoff walk. That's in foul territory. There we go. All right, bottom of the second. Matt Williams, fourth in the National League with 21 home runs. He has not hit a home run as he strikes out since the 4 home run game he had. 1 down for Clemens. That's the first K for Roger. Billy McMILLON gets a base hit into center field. McMILLON for the Phillies. I remember him being on the A's. I don't remember him being on the Fightins. We're going to give McMILLON a green light. How many stolen bases does he have? He's only got 5. Runner on first. There's VINA. Green light. He's swinging, though. Ground ball to short. And McMILLON will be thrown out at second. Well, it feels ridiculous to let Lilly bat, actually. So we're not going to do that. We will go to the bench. Here's our bench, guys. God, not a lot of options, really. Let's go with Sandy Martinez. He is on the Cubs in this sim. There's his numbers. Batting .333, but I don't think he's got enough at bats to even qualify. We'll let him pinch hit. Oh, son of a bitch! I made him the pinch runner. God darn it. All right, well, now I guess Lilly is going to bat. We can't have another sub come in. All right, that's fine. So we'll put we'll fix this here. We got to get these straightened out. My bad. All right, so Jason, we're going to put Martinez at catcher, and then we are going to take out Pudge. We got it at bat. We really do want to keep Pudge as healthy as possible for the second half. Okay, we're going to bring in Jason Bates. Defensively. There we go. And I guess Lilly will pitch one more inning. Here's Travis Fryman leading it off. And a base hit into left field. The Big Hurt will pinch hit for Roger Clemens. Batting .333. I believe he's second in the American League in batting average. Runner on first, full count. There's a ground ball to short. Can we turn two? Yes, double play. Helping out Lilly. And we are back to Chuck Knobloch with a 1-0 count. Fly ball to center field. All right, so that will do it for Lilly. 3 scoreless innings. I guess that's what you would expect. They're going to bring in Brett Saberhagen, who's already tired. He is on the Red Sox in our sim. And he's 12-2 with a .299 ERA. 91 strikeouts in 126 and a third innings. Pretty solid. And he just started a game. So he's 3 days until rested. Here's Barry Larkin, bottom of the third. Larkin hits a ground ball to second. Knobloch making the play there. Here's Jason Bates. He's number 2 in the National League in batting average, batting .372. My mistake, getting him into the game a little early. And he gets walked. Okay, we're not going to take the bat out of Barry Bonds' hands. We're going to let him swing away. 0-1. And Bonds pops up. Maybe I should have left the original left fielder in there. 2 down. Here's Guerrero. Ground ball to third. Not a lot of action. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and we will take out Lilly. And we want to see Andy Bennett's pitch for our Diamondbacks. Come on. Oh, it's not going to let us put him in there. That is so frustrating. There are some positions that they just won't let you add. It's one of the many frustrating things here. Okay, well, who is deserving? I guess we're in Colorado. Is there any Colorado pitchers? What team is Osuna on? He's on the Dodgers in the sim. All right. No, there wouldn't be any Colorado pitchers, right? Let's go with Maddox then. Yep, bringing in Maddox. Take a look at Greg Maddox. 9-5, .350 ERA. 84 strikeouts in 126 innings pitched. Supposed to bag .247 against him. I mean, the game thinks he's got 6 pitches. He only needs 2. The fastball and that changeup. Overall rated an 86. He's 32 years old and a free agent after the 2002 season. Okay, Maddox into the game. Facing Kenny Lofton. 2-2 count to Lofton. And he pops it. I mean, I don't know if the players are swinging for the fence or what. Because it's Coors Field or just missing it. 1-2 to Rodriguez. A-Rod lining out to left. And here's Tony Clark. Also gets jammed inside. So Maddox coming through. Bottom of the 4th inning. Jeff Bagwell, full count. Goes to right field with it. That's the 3rd hit. And another error. This one is on the right fielder, Griffey. What? How many errors has Griffey made this season? Take a look at his fielding stats. Well, he's made 2, both in center, and in fact, he has not even played right field this year. All right, well, I guess he had to get into the game. Bagwell in scoring position for Matt Williams. Come on, Matty Will. Full count. And Sabes walks him. 2nd walk issued. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Here's Billy McMILLON. He got a hit first time up. 2-2. And a ground ball that gets past the 3rd baseman. Bagwell will score. Everybody scores because there's another error. This time on Tony Clark. And it's 3-0. Wow, that is a shock. I mean, not that Tony Clark would make an error in left field. The Tigers haven't been playing him there, have they? No, he's just a first baseman. All right, well, so many American League fielders out of position. Nobody out. McMILLON in scoring position for Sandy Martinez. Probably shouldn't even be in the game. His 2nd at bat is a ground ball. McMILLON will go to 3rd. We will take Maddox out here for a pinch hitter. It's going to be John Olerud. Take a look at Johnny O. 2nd year with the Mets. Had a great year in 97. He's batting .329 this year. Let's see if he can drive in a run. We're going to have him go on contact. With this defense, we should score easily if he gets a ground ball. Oh, it's going to be a high fly ball to center field. McMILLON will score and make it 4-0. Good job by Olerud. 2 down for Barry Larkin. 3rd time through the lineup. And Larkin gets a hit to right. That's 5 hits. No errors on that play. Larkin on 1st. We don't really need to steal up 4 runs in an exhibition. Jason Bates will pop it up at home. And that'll do it. Okay, let's bring in John Olerud to replace Bagwell. And we'll let everybody else play defensively for another inning. And then we'll bring in the other players for the 2nd half of the game. Okay, yes, we do need a pitcher. A couple of lefties due up. Do we have any lefties? We have one. It's only Billy Wagner. So that is unhelpful. Let's see. Who would you guys like to see? Man, I really wanted Benes to pitch. What about Johnny Smoltz? Let's get Smoltzy in there. Oh, it won't let us. None of these guys will it let us? What about Chris Benson? Okay, so like all of these guys down here, they just won't even let us use. Not even Pavano? No. And definitely not Benes. Not Oral. What about Stottlemyre? Okay, they would let us. So everybody from Stottlemyre up is available to us. That's weird. Okay, let's bring in Nomo. Hideo Nomo coming into the game. Let's take a look at him. 7-5, 3.57 ERA, 122 strikeouts, and 128 2/3. 211 opponent's batting average. He's got 2 shutouts already this year. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Fastball's his best pitch, rated a 94. Also has a really great forkball. Overall rated a 90, the 29-year-old righty. Arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Nomo will face Griffey Jr. 1-1 count to Griffey, and there we go. He was on top of that. Singling into center field. Second hit for the AL. We've got more errors than hits so far. Nomo with the forkball strikes out Hoiles. 1 out. Will Clark. Oh, he cranks it into left center field. That's going to get past our non-center fielder for a double. And it's second and third with 1 out. Travis Fryman at the plate. Fryman's got a 1-1 count. Fly ball to left. That should get Griffey in and get the AL on the board. 4-1. And Brett Saberhagen, although tired coming into the game, is going to be forced to bat. Hey, he's 1 for 1 on the year. That's impressive. All right, well, we'll take the automatic out. There's a ground ball to Williams. AL's on the board. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Oh, they're going to bring in Pedro Martinez. That is so weird. Pedro, 9-6, 3.32 ERA. He's coming off that season with the 1.90 ERA from Montreal. 133 strikeouts and 124 2/3. Opponents batting .214 against him. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That's his best pitch. He's also got the circle change and the slider. Overall rated a 90. League average is an 80 if you're unaware. The 26-year-old righty is a free agent after the 2003 season. Okay, this will be the last at-bat for Barry Bonds. Fly ball to right. 1 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero. Floater into left center. That'll be caught. And Nomo gave us an inning. Gave up a run. Okay, we'll bring in Ryan Klesko, and he'll replace Bonds. He was supposed to be in the starting lineup. We took him out. Here's Klesko with 2 down. Full count. Striking out. Okay. Good inning of work for Pedro. Let's move Klesko into left field. And we need another new pitcher. Let's go with, this is the 6th inning. Let's go with the 11-game winner, Jason Schmidt. He's 2 days tired. Take a look at what he's got going on. Representing the Pirates, already has more wins than he had last year. It's 11-5, 3.76 ERA, 107 strikeouts and 122 innings pitched. He's got a complete game and a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, which is his best pitch, rated an 89. A good slider, too. Overall rated an 83. The 25-year-old right-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Okay, he's going to face Chuck Knobloch. I believe this is the 3rd time through the lineup for them. 2-2. Billy McMILLon does manage to make the catch. 1 out. Lofton will walk. That is not a guy you want to walk. Down 3 runs. He might be going. Here come the big bats. A-Rod pulls it into left field. Lofton, will he go to 3rd? He does. Some good hustle getting him to 3rd base. 1 swing of the bat from Tony Clark to tie it up. 0-2. And Schmidt strikes out Clark. Griffey, how many home runs does Griffey have versus right-handers this year? 17. With a 948 OPS. You've only got 1 lefty in the pen. So we're going to take our chances here. 2-2 to Griffey. Oh, that pitch wasn't even close. And Griffey was swinging. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pedro coming out for another inning of work. Matt Williams will lead it off. Full count, and Williams strikes out looking. Not a good game for Williams. 1 out. Billy McMILLON gets jammed inside. Deep to the wall in center field, 382 feet. For out number 2. And we're going to take out Sandy Martinez and bring in Javi Lopez. We've only got one more batter, thanks to my stupid pinch hitting. Javi Lopez putting up some good numbers. 317 batting average, really giving Pudge a run for it. Here's Lopez batting .328 versus righties with 2 outs and a ground ball to first. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Out comes Jason Schmidt. We've only got 2 relievers, Osuna and Wagner, and I guess we're going to go with Matt Clement here because he's not tired and he's put up some really good numbers. Is he a rookie also? We've faced him this year. Yeah, he is a rookie. So the rookies are dominating. 8-6 for the Padres with a 2.81 ERA, 104 strikeouts and 118 and a third. He's thrown 10 wild pitches already. Fastball topping out at 92 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is really high at 55%. The sinking fastball is his best pitch, rated a 90. A slider rated an 82. Overall rated an 86. 23-year-old right-hander is not arbitration eligible to enter the 2000 season. Okay. He's going to face Chris Hoiles here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 count. There's a ground ball to second base. Bates making the play. 1 down for Will Clark. And Clark hits a ground ball to short. And Travis Fryman with 2 down. Gets a base hit to center field. Falling in front of McMILLON. Down 3 runs, you're going to let Pedro bat? Why not let the American League pitcher bat, I suppose. Oh, Pedro gets a base hit into center field. Fryman to third. That's stupid. And then Chuck Knobloch. I can almost envision Pedro on first base with a batting helmet on and, smiling. 1-1 count to Knobloch. And there's a fly ball to center. McMILLON is going to make that catch. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Randy Myers will come into the ball game. He's a Toronto Blue Jay with 21 saves, putting up some pretty good numbers at age 35. John Olerud will lead it off. 0-2. Oh, he gets a hold of that pitch and pulls it into right center field. Good job by him. Lefty on lefty violence. Barry Larkin, this will be his last at bat, and then we'll bring in Nefi Perez. The pitcher spot is coming up. Okay, so that's what we will do. Let's hit and run. We haven't had a chance to do that all ball game. Not a lot of base runners, really. Here we go. First pitch. Floater into right center. Get down. It's going to carry deep enough to be caught by the right fielder, Griffey. Jason Bates. Infield single. Rodriguez could not make the play. First and second, and Clement will come out, and we will bring in the National League batting leader right now, which is Nefi Perez. Makes no sense, but that is a fact. Perez 129 hits already, batting .390. We're not on a 400 watch just yet because we're in game 87, coming out of the break. But, I mean, we get to game 110 maybe? We got to start thinking about that. First and second, one down. Perez batting .367 this year versus lefties. Full count. And a ground ball to short. And that ends the inning. Okay, Perez coming in, replacing Barry Larkin. And we need a pitcher. So we'll bring in Osuna here. Antonio Osuna of the Dodgers. Really great numbers. Doesn't walk anybody. Doesn't give up hits. 23 saves, 3 blueies. Not much of a fastball, but the four-seamer is his out pitch, rated an 87. Overall, just rated an 81. Finding his way to the All-Star game today. Here is Kenny Lofton leading off. Full count. Lofton, liner into center field. If we had one more guy on the bench, I would have brought in a defensive replacement for McMILLON, but we just don't have anybody. A-Rod with a ground ball to second, and Tony Clark with 2 outs. Popping it up, so Osuna's going to get the job done. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jeff Montgomery coming in for the Kansas City Royals. 26 saves, no blueies, 26 for 26. With an ERA under 2. His fastball is his best pitch, and he's rated a league average of 80. 36-year-old righty. He's going to face Vladimir Guerrero, Klesko, and then Matty Will. Full count, and he walks Guerrero. Leadoff man is on. Here's Ryan Klesko with a 1-0 count. No home runs here at Coors Field. Oh, that falls in for a hit. Maybe because of Clark out there in left field. Tony Clark could not get to that. First and third. Nobody out for Matt Williams. He's been clutch most of the season. 1-1. Fly ball to center. That'll get Guerrero in. 5-0. Oh, it's not a guarantee, but we're going to go for it. And he is safe at home. 5-1 National League. First run scored for the NL since the 4th inning. Billy McMILLON striking out looking. And Javi Lopez with a 2-2 count. It's a ground ball to second. And that'll do it. Okay, NL gets on the board. We go to the 9th inning. Wrapping it up with Billy Wagner. So who did we leave on the bench? I mean, Tapani, only other person who was not tired. I'm assuming he's on the Cubs, right? And so Stottlemyre, Harnish, and Alex Fernandez will not get into the ballgame if everything goes well. Okay, Billy Wagner is going to face Griffey, Hoiles, and Will Clark, 2 lefties, as a lefty. And he walks Griffey. That is a bad start. Griffey on first. Here's Chris Hoiles. The 2-1 count and a base hit. Past the shortstop Perez. First 2 guys are on. Here's Will Clark. Ground ball to second. Can we turn 2? Oh, and a double play. So we are 1 out away from wrapping up the 1998 All-Star Game. It is Travis Fryman with a 1-0 count. And a base hit to right. Game is alive. 5-2. And they're going to let the pitcher bat. Why? Why would you do this? We're in a National League Park. I guess they do have a hit today with Pedro. This is dumb. 2-2. National League wins 5-2. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. That might be the first All-Star game that I've won. I would have to go back and look at the final scores and see. But that might be the first one. We're going to advance 2 days, and then we'll look at the Home Run Derby total and the All-Star game box score. So we're going to get our team all the way to game 1 against the Pirates. There's the 12th. We're going to play the 12th right now, or advance to the 12th while it saves. And then we're going to pull up the Home Run Derby box score. I wonder who won. Vladimir Guerrero has the most home runs of anybody in our sim with 28, so I would bet on him winning. The game kind of falls in line that way. Okay, here we go. Let's pull up the Home Run Derby box score. Will it let us? Will it give us the output? There we go. The winner is Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt does beat Guerrero. Here's all the candidates. It was Tony Clark, Griffey, Guerrero, Big Hurt, Fred McGriff, Mad Williams, Barry Bonds, Klesko, Bags, and Hoiles. I mean, that is a murderous row of home run hitters right there. Moving on to the second round was Thomas, Guerrero, Clark, and Griffey. And then Thomas and Guerrero tied, so they went to what they're calling extra innings. And Frank won 7-6. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the box score. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We have our next free giveaway taking place during Game 120. As I mentioned, that first Pirates game is going to be Game 87. So we have a little ways to go before we start taking participants for the duck race. Just be a subscriber, and you can get in. It's totally free. Well, the American League did not pinch hit at any point, and that means everybody batted the entire game. Travis Fryman went 3 for 3 with 2 RBI. But we're going to give the player of the game to none other than Billy McMILLON. Billy McMILLON went 2 for 4. Drove in a run with a double. Was that the game-winning RBI? No, Pudge actually had the game-winning RBI. Taking a look at our pitching staff, Nomo gave up a run. Billy Wags gave up a run. Otherwise, everybody did their gerb. The errors by KNOBLAUCH, Griffey, and Tony Clark kind of did them in. Roger gave up a run, unearned. And then the same could be said for Sabes. He was already tired, so he got rocked in his 2 innings. Everybody else did pretty well, except for Montgomery. So there you have it. Player of the game is Billy McMILLON. All right, thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with the first game of the proverbial second half of the season against the Pirates. Until then, everyone, have a great day.